Yes, diabetics. Nice one for tuning in to the Diabetic Davey La YouTube channel. Now listen up before you watch any of my videos. Remember, I am not a healthcare professional. I am not a doctor either. I'm just sharing some things that have worked for me after living with diabetes type 1 for nearly 30 years. So if you see anything on my videos you've got questions about, please leave them in the comments below. But most importantly, if you see anything on my videos that you think might work for you or make you want to change the way you manage your condition, check those changes out with a healthcare professional before you try them out. Just because it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for every diabetic out there. So you've been warned. Keep yourself safe, fellow diabetics. Love you all. Enjoy the show. Okay, so just got back from my bike ride, 16 miles, hour and 20 minutes, out for a bit longer than I expected. I also ate a few glucose while I was on my bike, so I've had 6 since I did my last bloods, which were 3.9 when we started. So I'm going to go in, test my bloods and see where they're at after that bit of exercise. And there's a few little clips from me ride when I get in and just get ready to test me bloods. Nice one, love. Ooh, just realised that's 6 miles out of my ride. I've forgotten my Vimto. Hopefully I'll make it home, but if not, ciao. Check out what I found. The old Coach and Horses. Nice. Lovely pub. Really good. I like it. And I would have been able to replace me Vimto, but it's closed. Probably doesn't open till midday, so I'm too early. Oh well, off home. Here I am on the canal there. Look at this. Beautiful brown water. Clear canal in front. We're having a laugh. We're having a laugh. We're having a laugh. We're having a laugh. Okay, so got a little bit of blood out of my finger. I'm going to test my blood, see where they're at. Here we go. Getting nervous. 2, 1. They are 6.3. Nice. Go ahead. Welcome to Diabetic Davey La. Now, I hope you enjoyed the little videos from my bike ride this morning and me testing my bloods, but now I'm going to take you through some of the things that I've done so I can learn how much those glucose tablets I eat and how much insulin I do, how that affects my blood sugar, and that helps me keep my bloods in a safe range whilst I'm exercising. So anyone with type 1, type 2 diabetes, you might find some of the things that I've done here useful when managing your own blood sugars, just in general, or whilst you're exercising. So, as you can see, before I left this morning, my bloods were at a 3.9, so that's a little low. Health warning! If your bloods are 3.9, please do not go out exercising. After the glucose and the breakfast I had, my bloods will have been slightly higher. But as a rule, what you need to do is remember that your bloods need to be at least 6 if you're going to start any kind of exercise. Hopefully a little bit higher than that, but if they're 6, you should be safe. But also make sure you got some Lucozade or you got some Dextro Energy glucose tablets, just to save you in case you do go hypo whilst exercising. Let's get back to the video. So I ate a low carb breakfast of scrambled eggs and salad, and I also ate 3 glucose tablets just to give my sugars that little boost before going on the long ride. And then I ate another 3 glucose tablets whilst I was out on the ride. So altogether, at that all my low carb breakfast and those glucose tablets, I probably ate about 25, 26 grams of carbohydrate. But then, when I returned, as you can see, just seeing them right now, my bloods were 6.3. I was well happy with that because I could say that I probably ate the right amount of carbs, did the right amount of insulin, which was only 2 units this morning, to make sure my blood stayed in a healthy range during the whole exercise period. Now for anyone that wants to manage their bloods during exercise, all I can recommend, rule number one, is that you test before you exercise and you test after your exercise. And do that all the time for the first few times you're doing exercise. So I've only just started cycling and doing long distance cycles. I'm going to be testing my bloods before and after for quite a while, just to make sure I get my carbs and my insulin right so my bloods aren't spiking or going low. As a low carber, don't eat bread, pasta, none of that sort of stuff. The only thing that I use to sort out my hypos are Dextro Energy. Just like to point out, I'm not sponsored by these, but if enough people start watching these videos and Dextro do decide to send me free ones, I have the blackcurrant ones please, because they're the nicest. Definitely don't send me the tropical ones because they're gross. But yeah, like I say, I use these to sort out my hypos. Now, I've worked out that one glucose tablet, one of these has about 3 grams of carbohydrate in it, will raise my bloods by 1 to 1.5. So if I ate one of these and my bloods were 4, say, it would probably raise it to about 5.5. Now, obviously, there are things that can affect that, but that's a kind of general rule for me and my blood sugars. Now, today I did an hour and 20-minute cycle ride, and I ate quite a few of these, and it only raised my blood by 2.4. That's obviously because of the amount of energy I was using whilst cycling. Right, I've talked about how much Dextro Energy tablets affect my blood sugar, and here is a simple way to work out how specific amounts of carbohydrates will affect your own blood sugar. This is a test and an experiment I picked up from Dr. Richard K. Bernstein's book, The Diabetes Solution. Well worth a read if you are into low carbing. Now, I recommend doing this test first thing in the morning before eating, because you need your bloods to be in a stable place so that you can get accurate results. So, all I do is test my bloods first thing. Here we go, they're 3.3. I immediately eat 2 glucose tablets because that is a little bit low. Now remember, that is 6 grams of carbohydrates. Now wait 20 minutes. I'm going to test my bloods again, and here they are at 6 flat. So that's an increase of 2.7. Now if I do the maths here, that lets me know that 1 tablet will increase my bloods by 1.35. And that is very similar to the levels I've been talking about so far in this video. So do this test yourself, make a note of the figures, and this should be able to help you keep your bloods in a safe range. If you do eat higher carb foods, things like bread or pasta, you should be able to use the levels here to work out how much they will impact on your blood sugar. Now you need to remember though that things like bread and pasta, they are going to take a lot longer to have the impact on your blood sugars rather than the 10 to 20 minutes that it takes glucose tablets to impact your blood sugar. But give it a test, people. See what happens. La. Go ahead, la. That is it. Episode 1, Diabetic Davey La, done and dusted. Hopefully you found some useful stuff in there about how to manage your blood sugars while doing exercise and working out how carbohydrates affect your own blood sugar. Now remember, if you're going to do exercise, just make sure you test pre and post the activity that you're doing, and then make adjustments to what you're eating, what you're injecting based on your own results. And hopefully when you're exercising and just in day-to-day life, you can keep your bloods between that safe range of 4 to 7. Now, I know I've focused on this episode a lot about the way carbohydrates affect your blood sugar, and what's really important is learning about how insulin affects your blood sugar as well. But I'm going to do another video about that because there's a lot of stuff to talk about depending on times you inject, the type of food you're eating, and loads of other stuff. So I'll be releasing another video soon about that. But I hope you've enjoyed this one. And remember, if you're unsure about your sugars, all you need to do is get your own fingertips of steel and just keep testing. I'm doing like 15 a day, lad, you know what I mean? Check those fingertips of steel out. Laters!